Have you ever felt like wealth is just out of your reach? Like no matter how hard you try, how much you work, or how many strategies you use, it seems as though abundance is always just around the corner, but never quite within grasp. This struggle is something that so many of us face, the constant hustle, the endless effort. Yet the results feel far from satisfying. But what if I told you that the key to unlocking the abundance you desire is not about working harder or chasing after opportunities? What if the key lies within you, in your thoughts, your beliefs, and most powerfully, your words? You see, the challenge many face in manifesting wealth is deeply rooted in their mental state. Your financial reality is a direct reflection of your thoughts. Every thought you think, especially those around money and wealth, creates your reality. Negative beliefs about money, feelings of lack or scarcity, can hold you back from the very prosperity you deserve. This is why no matter how much you push, your financial situation stays stagnant. But there is a powerful truth. One sentence has the potential to rewire your mind and reset your financial destiny in just 24 hours. When you understand the power of your words, everything changes. You can shift from scarcity to abundance, from struggle to flow, simply by embracing a sentence that reprograms your thoughts and beliefs about wealth. This one sentence, when spoken with belief and intention, aligns your energy with divine prosperity. In the teachings of Florence Scovel Shinn, we discover that the universe is always ready to respond to our words. The moment you declare your abundance, the entire cosmos shifts to align with that declaration. So, are you ready to rewire your life? Are you ready to take the first step toward embracing divine abundance? The power to transform your financial reality is within you. Type "I am ready to rewire my life" in the comments and prepare to experience transformation. Words are not merely sounds, they are potent, creative forces that shape our reality. In the teachings of Florence Scovel Shinn, we are reminded that every sentence we speak is imbued with immense power, either to create or to destroy. Words are not passive, they are the architects of our lives, constructing the world we experience, whether we are aware of it or not. Our words set the tone for our mindset, our emotions, and most importantly, our circumstance. In Shinn's teachings, she emphasizes that we are constantly casting spells with our words, whether consciously or unconsciously. These words can either build a life of abundance or block our path to prosperity. Every word we speak is like a seed we plant in the garden of our lives. The seeds of positivity, faith, and abundance will grow into a flourishing, prosperous reality. On the other hand, seeds of doubt, fear, and negativity will only sprout struggles and limitations. It is vital to understand the power that words hold, especially when it comes to our financial reality. The words we use about money and wealth can either open doors or shut them. For example, think about the phrases you often hear in the world around you. Money doesn't grow on trees. I'll never be rich. There's never enough to go around. These are not just casual phrases, they are affirmations of lack, scarcity, and limitation. And when these words are repeated, over time, they seep into the subconscious, creating a belief system that blocks prosperity. By constantly speaking from a place of scarcity, we are inadvertently creating a financial reality that mirrors those limiting beliefs. Now, contrast those negative words with the power of positive affirmations. I am financially abundant. Wealth flows to me easily and effortlessly. Money is a tool for my growth, and it flows freely into my life. These are words of abundance, and when spoken with faith and intention, they begin to change our mindset. Our financial situation starts to shift because the words we speak align our energy with the very wealth we desire. Shinn teaches us that it is not just about wishing for prosperity, it's about declaring it, with unwavering confidence, that we align ourselves with the universe's infinite supply. A powerful example of how words can influence our prosperity comes from Shinn's own life. She often spoke of her own experiences with poverty and how her words, when aligned with faith, brought her abundance. She once shared that her financial breakthrough came not from working harder, but from changing her thoughts and affirmations. She would repeatedly declare, "I am a magnet for abundance," and soon her life began to reflect that reality. Opportunities appeared, financial doors opened, and her prosperity expanded. The key to her success was not in working harder, it was in working smarter by using the power of words to shift her reality. This principle isn't limited to Shinn's personal experiences. There are countless stories of individuals who transformed their financial circumstances by simply changing the way they spoke about money. Let's consider the story of Tom, a man who struggled with debt and financial instability for years. No matter how much he earned, it always seemed like he was one step away from financial disaster. Tom had long believed that he was destined to live paycheck to paycheck, but his breakthrough came when he started applying Shinn's teachings on the power of words. One day, while reading Florence Scovel Shinn's book, The Game of Life and How to Play It, Tom decided to try something different. He was tired of the same old struggle and wanted to break free from his limiting beliefs about money. He started saying affirmations every morning, such as, "I am worthy of wealth and prosperity, and I attract abundant opportunities every day." At first, Tom felt awkward saying these words. They didn't feel true to him, but he stuck with it. Within a week, he began to notice subtle changes in his life. The small opportunities he had ignored before suddenly became apparent. He received an unexpected job offer that paid significantly more than his previous position. He found new ways to save and invest his money. Slowly but surely, his financial situation began to improve. Over the next several months, Tom's income grew, and the debt he once struggled with melted away. His financial breakthrough wasn't an overnight miracle. It came from a consistent shift in his mindset and the words he used to describe his wealth. Tom's story is a testament to the transformative power of words. By simply changing his affirmations and replacing the language of scarcity with the language of abundance, he rewired his mind and invited prosperity into his life. The key takeaway here is that your words are a reflection of your beliefs. If you constantly speak of lack, limitation, and struggle, that is exactly what you will experience. But if you begin to speak words of abundance, possibility, and success, you will begin to see opportunities, abundance, and prosperity flow into your life. It's not just about positive thinking, it's about the words you speak, which are the building blocks of your financial reality. Shinn also teaches that the power of words can be even more potent when they are spoken with faith and intention. Faith is the catalyst that turns words into actions. It's not enough to simply say the words, you must believe them with every fiber of your being. This is where so many people fall short. They say affirmations, but they do not believe them, which creates a dissonance between their words and their reality. When you speak words of abundance with faith and intention, you align your conscious mind with the power of the universe. It is this alignment that allows wealth to flow to you. As Florence Scovel Shinn wrote, "The word is the law. The universe responds to your words, your declarations, and brings into manifestation what you have said." This is the divine law of attraction in action. Now, let's take a moment to activate the power of your words right now. Say it out loud. My words create my reality, and abundance flows through me. Let this affirmation resonate deep within you. Feel the truth of it in your soul. Every time you speak these words, you are laying the foundation for the wealth you deserve. And I encourage you to type it in the comments. My words create my reality, and abundance flows through me. By typing it out, you are reinforcing this truth and declaring to the universe that you are ready to receive the prosperity that is already on its way to you. Remember, every word you speak is an opportunity to create your desired reality. Choose your words wisely. Speak abundance into your life, and watch as your reality shifts in alignment with your new belief system. The power to manifest wealth is in your words. Claim it today. Florence Scovel Shinn, a powerful teacher of the divine laws of manifestation. introduced a profound truth. Your words are the keys to your destiny. But beyond just any words, there is one specific sentence, a simple yet transformative affirmation, that when spoken with belief and intention, has the power to reprogram your subconscious mind and shift your financial reality in just 20. This sentence is more than just an affirmation. It is a manifestation tool, an energetic catalyst that activates the very laws of the universe. Shinn taught that by using this sentence consistently, you can align your inner world with your outer desires and start attracting wealth and abundance with ease. The specific sentence is, I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. This powerful affirmation works on multiple levels. First, it directly addresses the law of mentalism, which states that everything begins as a thought. Your mind is the starting point of all creation, and by consciously mastering your thoughts, you take control of your reality. The words, I am the master of my thoughts, are not just passive statements. They are declarations of your sovereignty over your mental state. You are no longer a victim of your thoughts, but their master. The second part of the sentence, I now declare abundance into my life, activates the law of attraction, which states that like attracts like. When you declare abundance, you are aligning your energy with the vibration of wealth, success, and prosperity. This declaration is not just a wish or a hopeful thought, it is a command to the universe, a firm and confident statement that you are ready to receive the abundance that is your divine right. The significance of this sentence is that it is simple, but it carries profound power. It helps you break free from the limiting beliefs, fears, and doubts that have been blocking your financial prosperity. Repeating this sentence reprograms your subconscious mind to believe in the unlimited supply of the universe and aligns you with the flow of abundance. The more you speak it, the more it embeds itself in your subconscious, and the more it begins to manifest in your life. Let's explore why this sentence is so effective. The first part, I am the master of my thoughts, acknowledges that you have the power to control what you think. This is crucial because our thoughts shape our reality. Every thought we have is a magnet, drawing experiences into our lives that match our mental energy. If you think thoughts of lack, scarcity, or struggle, you will continue to attract more of the same. But when you choose to become the master of your thoughts, you are choosing to redirect your mental energy toward abundance and possibility. Many people struggle with wealth because they don't realize they are constantly thinking thoughts of scarcity. I can't afford that. Money is tight. I'll never be rich. These thoughts are powerful, but they work against you. They program your subconscious to expect lack. But by repeating I am the master of my thoughts, you are taking back control. You are declaring that you will no longer be governed by fear or doubt, but will instead focus your energy on thoughts of abundance, success, and possibility. The second part of the sentence, I now declare abundance into my life, shifts your energy from passive hoping to active declaring. You are no longer wishing for wealth. You are claiming it. This declaration sends a powerful signal to the universe that you are ready to receive. The law of mentalism teaches that thoughts are things, and when you focus on abundance and declare it, your reality begins to align with that declaration. When you declare something, you are not waiting for it to happen. You are creating it with your words, thoughts, and beliefs. But the key here is repetition. The power of this sentence lies in the consistency of its use. Saying it once is a step, but to truly shift your mindset and create lasting change, you must repeat it daily. The more you say it, the more your subconscious mind begins to accept it as truth. When your subconscious mind believes that you are the master of your thoughts and that abundance is already flowing into your life, you will start to see your external reality shift. The effects of this affirmation are profound, and the shift you experience may begin subtly, but it will grow stronger over time. Think about the contrast between repeating empowering sentences like this one versus the negative thoughts that may have dominated your past. When you repeatedly say, I am the master of my thoughts, your mind begins to believe that you have the ability to choose abundance over scarcity. Your belief system shifts from one of lack to one of limitless potential. On the other hand, when you allow yourself to be consumed by negative thoughts about money, you are unconsciously affirming your powerlessness. This is why repeating a sentence like "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life" has the power to rewire your entire financial mindset. It changes the way you think, the way you feel, and ultimately, the way you act. Your thoughts and actions begin to align with prosperity, and your life begins to reflect that. I can hear the skeptics now. How can a single sentence truly change everything? Isn't it just a matter of hard work and circumstances? While hard work is important, the key is that your internal world must align with your external desires. Without this alignment, no amount of effort will bring lasting results. Shinn's teachings show us that abundance is a spiritual law, an energy that flows when we are in alignment with it. The sentence we are using acts as the energetic shift that moves us into that alignment. This is why it is so important to use this sentence repeatedly, not just once. By repeating this sentence, you create new neural pathways in your brain, shifting your thoughts from scarcity to abundance. Every time you say it, you are reaffirming your ability to create wealth and prosperity. The more you repeat it, the more your subconscious mind begins to accept it as truth, and the more you will see opportunities, financial breakthroughs, and blessings flow into your life. So I challenge you today, right now, to write this sentence down. I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. Repeat it today, and feel the energy shift within you. This is not just an affirmation. It is the beginning of your transformation. As you say this sentence with intention and faith, you will start to notice the universe shifting to meet you. Abundance will find its way to you, and your financial reality will begin to mirror the belief you now hold about yourself. Say it with me. I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. Type it in the comments below, and claim your power over your wealth. This sentence is more than just words. It is a key to unlock the life of prosperity that is already waiting for you. Repeat it, believe it, and watch how your life begins to change. This one sentence, when used with faith and consistency, will rewire your mindset, align you with abundance, and reset your financial destiny. One of the most powerful laws in the realm of manifestation is the law of expectancy. This law is foundational to the process of attracting wealth, success, and all forms of abundance. It is not enough to simply desire wealth. You must expect. Expectancy is the energetic frequency that aligns you with the abundance of the universe. The more you expect, the more you receive. This law tells us that the energy we send out into the world is returned to us in equal measure. In other words, when we expect great things, the universe responds by delivering them to us. Florence Scovel Shinn often spoke about the law of expectancy and its incredible power to shape our reality. She taught that expecting wealth, prosperity, and success is not an act of wishful thinking. It is a declaration of faith. Expectancy is the unwavering belief that the good you desire is already on its way. This belief, when coupled with action, aligns your inner world with your outer reality, and you begin to draw into your life the opportunities, people, and circumstances that match your expectations. Think about it for a moment. How many times have you heard someone say, "I'm just hoping things will work out," or "I really want to be successful, but I don't think it's going to happen for me"? These statements are rooted in uncertainty, and they reflect a mindset of waiting. The difference between wanting something and expecting it is the difference between passively hoping and actively claiming your desires. The law of expectancy shifts you from a place of waiting for something to happen to a place where you know without a doubt that it is already on its way to you. When you believe that abundance is already on its way, you create an energy field that attracts wealth, success, and opportunity. This is because your thoughts, feelings, and beliefs send out vibrations into the universe, and those vibrations are reflected back to you. When you expect abundance, You align with the energy of wealth, and the universe responds by bringing more of that energy into your life. However, if you live in a state of doubt or fear, you block the flow of abundance because the energy you're emitting is in opposition to the wealth you desire. The key to understanding the law of expectancy is realizing that expectation is more than a passive hope. It's a magnetic force that actively pulls the things you want toward you. It is the belief that your desires are not just possible, but they are already in the process of manifesting. This is where the power of the sentence we've been working with comes in. When you speak the words, "I am the master of my thoughts and I now declare abundance into my life," you are activating your expectancy. You are not simply waiting for things to happen. You are declaring that they are already on their way and you are preparing yourself to receive them. By framing the sentence as a declaration of expectation, you align your inner beliefs with your external reality. When you say these words, you are affirming to the universe that you expect wealth, that you are open to receiving it, and that you believe it is already on its way. This shifts your energy from one of lack and limitation to one of abundance and possibility. Your belief in the inevitability of your prosperity becomes the driving force behind its manifestation. The difference between waiting for things to happen and expecting them is profound. When you wait for something, you are essentially giving your power away. Waiting implies that you are waiting for something outside of yourself to change before you can experience abundance. But when you expect something, you are taking your power back. You are saying, "I know it is coming. I believe it is already on its way. I am ready to receive." Expectation aligns your energy with the universe, allowing it to deliver exactly what you've called for. Let me share an example to illustrate the power of the law of expectancy. Consider the story of Karen, a woman who was stuck in a cycle of financial struggle. No matter how hard she worked, it seemed that money was always tight. She had been struggling for years, and despite her best efforts, things never seemed to improve. Karen's problem wasn't that she didn't work hard enough. It was that she didn't expect things to change. She was living in a constant state of waiting, hoping that something would eventually shift, but without a belief that it would. One day, Karen came across a teaching by Florence Scovel Shinn, and it struck her deeply. The teaching emphasized the law of expectancy, and it dawned on her that she had been waiting for things to get better, but she hadn't been actively expecting them to improve. She realized that her financial struggles were not the result of her hard work, but the result of her lack of expectation. She decided to change that. Karen began to repeat the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life." She said it every morning with belief and confidence. Instead of focusing on what she didn't have, she started to expect that the opportunities she desired would manifest. She saw her financial situation begin to change almost immediately. She received unexpected job offers, new clients, and even a generous raise at work. As Karen's expectancy grew, so did the flow of abundance in her life. The shift in her mindset from waiting to expecting was the catalyst for her transformation. Karen's story illustrates how the law of expectancy works. When you move from a place of waiting to a place of knowing, everything begins to change. Expectancy is the energy that propels you forward, while waiting keeps you stagnant. The key is to believe that what you desire is already on its way, and to act from a place of knowing that it is yours. This energetic shift will automatically attract the opportunities and circumstances that match your expectations. So how can you begin to apply this law to your own life? First, start by taking stock of your beliefs about wealth. Are you in a state of expectancy, or are you simply hoping that things will improve? If you're waiting for a breakthrough, it's time to shift your mindset. Begin to declare, "I expect wealth to flow to me effortlessly." Repeat this affirmation daily, and feel the shift in your energy. Let go of the doubt and replace it with certainty. Expect abundance to flow to you in every area of your life. By consistently applying the law of expectancy, you will begin to see remarkable changes in your financial reality. Wealth is not something you have to chase. It is already on its way to you. The universe responds to your expectations, and when you expect abundance, the universe will deliver it. Say with me, I expect wealth to flow to me effortlessly. How does it feel to expect abundance instead of waiting for it? Share your thoughts and experiences in the comments below. The law of expectancy is a game changer. By making the shift from waiting to expecting, you will open the door to the wealth and prosperity that is already on its way to you. Expect it, believe it, receive it. The universe is ready to deliver exactly what you expect. The mind is a powerful tool, a tool that can either limit you or propel you toward your greatest potential. Mental rewiring is the process of changing the way you think, and it is one of the most effective ways to unlock new levels of success, especially when it comes to wealth manifestation. The most powerful part of this rewiring is the sentence we've been using. I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. This sentence, when repeated consistently, has the power to shift your entire mindset in just 20. In one day, you can begin to break free from old patterns of thought that have been blocking your success and create a new empowered mindset that aligns with the abundance the universe has waiting for you. The process is simple, but powerful. Thoughts lead to emotions. Emotions lead to actions, and actions lead to results. By changing the way you think, you shift your emotions, which then inspire different actions. And these new actions lead to new results. It's a cycle of transformation that can begin in an instant when you choose to rewire your mind. It all starts with your thoughts. The thoughts you think shape the way you feel. If your thoughts are filled with doubt, fear, or scarcity, you will feel anxious, frustrated, or defeated. These negative emotions create a block in your energy field and keep you in a state of lack. However, when you consciously choose to think thoughts of abundance, your emotions shift accordingly. By repeating the sentence, I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life, you are instantly creating a shift in your mindset. This affirmation reminds you that you are not a victim of your thoughts, but the master of them. When you declare your power over your mind, you take back control. This new thought leads to feelings of empowerment, excitement, and possibility. Instead of feeling stuck or overwhelmed by your financial situation, you begin to feel a sense of excitement and confidence about the wealth that is on its way to you. The emotions you feel directly influence the actions you take or don't take. When you're filled with fear or doubt, you are less likely to take bold, inspired actions. You may hesitate or procrastinate because your emotions are clouded by the belief that success is not possible for you. On the other hand, when you feel empowered, confident, and abundant, you are more likely to take inspired, confident actions that align with your goals. When you consciously choose to think thoughts of abundance, your emotions shift from fear to faith. This shift will inspire you to take action. You'll find yourself taking steps toward your financial goals with clarity and confidence. Whether it's making a bold investment, negotiating a raise, or starting a new business venture, you will begin to take the actions that are aligned with the wealth you desire. Actions are the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The right actions, taken consistently and with belief, lead to the results you desire. The law of mentalism teaches us that the mind is the creator of our reality. By reprogramming our thoughts, we align ourselves with the energy of wealth, which then manifests in our physical world. The most significant shift that happens when you use this sentence is that it moves you from a place of passivity to a place of active manifestation. Instead of waiting for opportunities to come to you, you begin to see opportunities everywhere. You take inspired action, knowing that the universe is supporting you in ways you can't always see. This shift happens quickly, often within a single day, when you commit to the process of mental rewiring. To illustrate just how quickly mental rewiring can happen, consider the story of Rachel, a woman who had been struggling to manifest wealth for years. She had always worked hard, but despite her efforts, she couldn't seem to get ahead. She was living paycheck to paycheck and couldn't see a way out of her financial situation. Rachel knew she had the ability to create abundance, But she was stuck in a cycle of negative thinking. She felt like there was never enough, and this belief kept her trapped in scarcity. Rachel came across the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life." And something clicked. For the first time, she understood the power of her own mind. She decided to commit to using this sentence every day, repeating it multiple times throughout the day. At first, it felt like she was simply going through the motions. But after just a few hours, Rachel began to notice a shift. Her mindset began to change, and so did her emotions. She felt more confident, more open to opportunities, and more empowered. Within 24 hours of using the sentence, Rachel's life began to shift. She received a phone call about a new job opportunity that offered a significantly higher salary than her current position. A friend also reached out to her with an investment opportunity that turned out to be a major financial win. Rachel realized that her thoughts had led to her emotions, which led to inspired actions, and those actions resulted in tangible financial rewards. Rachel's transformation didn't happen overnight. It was the result of consistent mental rewiring. But the point is that she saw real changes within 24 hours of committing to the process. The more she repeated the sentence, the more her financial situation shifted. There is a stark contrast between holding on to old beliefs and embracing a new reality. Holding on to beliefs of lack, scarcity, and fear keeps you stuck. These beliefs create a mental block that prevents the flow of abundance. The more you cling to these beliefs, the more they perpetuate your current reality. On the other hand, embracing the belief that you are the master of your thoughts and that abundance is already on its way opens the door to limitless possibilities. By repeating the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," you are affirming your power and your worthiness of wealth. This shift in perception creates a flow of energy that attracts opportunities and success into your life. It's important to remember that the 24-hour shift is just the beginning. The real transformation happens over time as you continue to rewire your mind and consistently declare your abundance. But even within 24 hours, you will start to notice small shifts, new ideas, new opportunities, and a sense of peace about your financial future. Now, I challenge you to commit to this process. Repeat the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," for the next 24 hours. Track any shifts in your thoughts, emotions, or actions. What changes do you notice? What new opportunities show up? What old beliefs begin to dissolve? Share your experience in the comments below, and let's support each other in this transformative journey. Remember, you have the power to change your reality with your thoughts. Mental rewiring takes commitment, but the rewards are immeasurable. Your financial destiny is within your control. When you shift your thinking, you shift your world. Rewire your mind today, and watch how your life begins to reflect the abundance that is already yours. When it comes to manifesting wealth, one of the most profound principles you must embrace is the law of divine order. This law reminds us that everything in the universe is unfolding in perfect harmony and divine timing. The universe, in its infinite wisdom, has a plan that is always working for you. The key to unlocking abundance lies in trusting this divine order and aligning with the perfect flow of energy that is available to you. In the context of manifesting wealth, many people struggle because they resist this flow. They want things to happen on their terms, in their timing, and when they want them. This resistance, often fueled by impatience and fear, creates a barrier to the very prosperity they desire. However, when we align ourselves with the divine timing of the universe, we surrender control and allow wealth to flow to us naturally and effortlessly. The sentence we've been repeating, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," is not just a declaration of wealth. It's also an act of aligning yourself with the divine order of the universe. By saying these words, you are activating your awareness that the universe is constantly working for you, and that everything you desire is already on its way, in perfect timing. You are affirming that you trust the universe's plan for you, and that you are ready to receive the wealth that is already prepared for you. One of the greatest obstacles to wealth is impatience. When you are impatient, you are essentially telling the universe that you don't trust its timing. You want things to happen right now, according to your own agenda, and you lose sight of the bigger picture. Impatience creates resistance, and resistance blocks the flow of prosperity. Think about it. When you constantly worry about when the money will come, or when you try to force opportunities to appear, you are sending out an energy of fear and doubt. This energy doesn't align with the abundance you are seeking. Instead of flowing freely, wealth becomes trapped, unable to reach you because your mindset is not in harmony with the natural rhythm of the universe. Shinn often spoke about the importance of releasing control and trusting in divine timing. She taught that when you trust the universe's perfect plan for you, you open the door to limitless possibilities. Divine order ensures that everything unfolds exactly when it should, and it's never too early or too late. It's always right on time. In your own life, you may find that wealth and opportunities don't always come at the speed you expect, but that doesn't mean they aren't coming. The law of divine order assures you that your desires are already in the process of being fulfilled, even if you can't yet see the full picture. When you trust this divine timing, you can release the anxiety and frustration that often accompany impatience, and instead, embrace peace and confidence that your abundance is on its way. The core of aligning with divine order is surrender. Surrender does not mean giving up. It means letting go of the need to control every aspect of your life and trusting that the universe knows what is best for you. When you declare abundance using the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," you are not only declaring your wealth, but you are also aligning yourself with the flow of the universe. You are affirming that you trust in the perfect timing of your prosperity, and that you are willing to allow things to unfold as they should. Surrendering to divine order means recognizing that there are forces at play that are beyond your control. The more you trust in these forces, the more aligned you become with the flow of abundance. Your thoughts and emotions are powerful tools, but the universe's wisdom and timing are even more profound. Sometimes what you think you need or want may not come at the moment you expect, but it will come exactly when you are ready for it. Let's take a moment to think about the times in your life when you felt like things weren't happening fast enough. Perhaps you felt like you were struggling or waiting for the breakthrough that seemed just out of reach. When you reflect on those moments, can you see that in many cases, the delay or the waiting period was actually preparing you for something even better? Maybe it was a lesson you had to learn, a decision you needed to make, or a relationship that needed to develop. Divine timing works in ways that we cannot always predict, but it is always working for our highest good. By consistently using the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," you are activating the energy of trust. You are affirming that you believe the universe is working behind the scenes to bring your wealth to fruition. Trusting divine timing is about having faith that the universe knows when you are ready for the next step, and that it will never bring something to you before the time is right. This trust is liberating because it removes the burden of feeling like you must do everything yourself, or that you must rush to make things happen. Instead, you relax into the flow, knowing that your wealth is already being manifested in ways you can't always see. The law of divine order assures you that your desires will manifest in perfect timing, and that all you need to do is trust and allow. Think about the concept of planting a seed. You cannot force the seed to grow overnight. You plant it, nurture it, and trust that it will sprout when the time is right. Similarly, your financial dreams need time to develop and grow. Divine timing is like the natural process of growth. There are stages and steps that need to be followed, and the more you trust that process, the faster your dreams will blossom. Release the need to control. Understand that you cannot control every outcome. When you feel the urge to control, stop and remind yourself that the universe has a perfect plan for you. Let go and trust that everything is unfolding as it should. Affirm divine timing. Use the affirmation, "I trust in divine timing, and wealth flows to me at the perfect moment." Repeat this daily to reinforce your belief that the universe will deliver your abundance at exactly the right time. Trust that your desires are already being aligned for you. Be patient and trust the process. Trust that everything is working in your favor, even when you can't see the immediate results. Have faith that the universe is guiding you to your desires at the perfect moment. Focus on the present moment. Divine timing often requires us to focus on the present and trust that the future will unfold as it should. Instead of worrying about when or how things will happen, put your energy into what you can do today, knowing that everything is falling into place. Celebrate small victories. Recognize the small manifestations of abundance that are already in your life. Every step you take brings you closer to the greater manifestations of wealth that are on their way. Be grateful for the process and celebrate the progress you make along the way. I invite you to say with me, I trust in divine timing, and wealth flows to me at the perfect moment. Let go of any resistance and release the need to control the timeline of your prosperity. Trust that the universe is guiding you and that your abundance is already on its way in perfect timing. Type I trust divine timing in the comments to align with the flow of abundance and release the burden of impatience. By trusting in divine timing, you open yourself to receive wealth, opportunities, and blessings at the exact moment you are ready to receive them. When you surrender to divine order, you will find that everything falls into place effortlessly. Trust that what is meant for you will always come at the perfect time, and your wealth will flow in alignment with the divine timing of the universe. Gratitude is one of the most transformative forces in the world of manifestation. It is the key that unlocks the door to abundance, and when you use it with intention, it has the power to change your financial reality. Gratitude is not just a feeling, it is an energy, a vibration that aligns you with the flow of wealth. When you are grateful for what you have, you are signaling to the universe that you are ready to receive more. In Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings, she emphasizes the power of gratitude as a magnet for abundance. She knew that when you are thankful for what you already have, you open yourself to the greater wealth and blessings that are waiting to flow into your life. Gratitude, when combined with affirmations and declarations, can shift your mindset, raise your vibration, and draw more prosperity into your experience. Gratitude is not just a nice sentiment. It is a spiritual practice that changes the way you interact with the world. It is the art of focusing on what you have rather than what you lack. When you focus on what you have and express gratitude for it, you send out a powerful message to the universe. I am ready for more. This act of appreciation aligns your thoughts and energy with abundance, allowing the universe to respond by sending you more things to be grateful for. The sentence we've been using, I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life, is not just an affirmation, it is a tool that activates gratitude. Every time you speak these words, you are not only declaring abundance, but you are also affirming your gratitude for the wealth that is already in your life. Whether you are currently experiencing financial prosperity or you are in the process of manifesting it, this sentence helps you develop a heart of gratitude, and this gratitude opens the channels for even more prosperity to flow into your life. When you practice gratitude, you shift your focus from lack to abundance. Many people spend their lives focusing on what they don't have, what they are lacking, what they need, and what they desire. This focus on lack only reinforces the feeling of scarcity, blocking the flow of abundance. However, when you begin to practice gratitude, you are training your mind to see the abundance that is already present. Imagine for a moment that you are standing in front of a river, waiting to receive the wealth and opportunities that are flowing toward you. Gratitude is the key that opens the floodgates of that river. Without gratitude, the gates remain closed, and the flow of abundance is blocked. But with gratitude, you unlock the flow, allowing the universe to pour more blessings into your life. It's important to note that gratitude is not reserved only for the big things. Often we wait until we have received a large sum of money or a major financial breakthrough before we feel we can be thankful. But the truth is, abundance is not just about money. It's about all the small blessings that surround us every day. The more you can find gratitude for the small things, the roof over your head, the food you eat, the opportunities you have, the more you will attract the larger blessings of prosperity. By consistently using the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," you are reinforcing your gratitude. This sentence helps you focus on the wealth you already have, amplifying your gratitude and raising your vibration. And as your vibration rises, so does the frequency of abundance that flows to you. Gratitude acts as a magnet for more wealth, and the more you practice it, the more it opens the channel for divine prosperity. There are countless stories of individuals whose lives were transformed by the simple act of being grateful for what they had, even when it seemed like there was little to be thankful for. One such story comes from Michael, a man who had been struggling with debt for years. He worked long hours and barely scraped by, constantly feeling the weight of financial insecurity. Michael had tried everything to turn his financial situation around, budgeting, working extra jobs, cutting expenses, but nothing seemed to work. One day, he stumbled upon Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings and was struck by the idea that gratitude could be the key to unlocking his prosperity. At first, Michael was skeptical. He had always been taught to focus on his problems, to solve his issues, and to work hard for everything. But something in Shinn's teachings resonated deeply within him. Michael realized that his constant focus on lack was only perpetuating his financial struggles. He decided to shift his focus and begin practicing gratitude. He started by writing down 10 things he was grateful for each day, no matter how small they seemed. He wrote down things like, "I am grateful for the food on my table. I am grateful for my health, and I am grateful for the job I have, even if it's not perfect." As Michael made gratitude a daily habit, he noticed a shift in his mindset. Instead of focusing on what he didn't have, he started focusing on what he had, and his energy began to change. He felt more positive, more hopeful, and more open to new possibilities. Within a few weeks, Michael began to notice opportunities he had previously overlooked. He got a promotion at work, which brought in a significant pay raise. A friend also offered him an investment opportunity that turned out to be incredibly lucrative. His debts began to decrease, and he started saving more than he ever had before. By practicing gratitude, Michael's financial situation shifted dramatically, and his new mindset of abundance attracted wealth and prosperity into his life. Michael's story is a perfect example of how gratitude, when combined with the right mindset and positive affirmations, can lead to miraculous financial shifts. By focusing on what he had, instead of what he lacked, he opened himself to receiving more. Gratitude changed his perception, and as a result, his external reality began to shift. The sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," plays a crucial role in cultivating gratitude. It helps you move from a mindset of lack to one of abundance, and it empowers you to take control of your thoughts and emotions. This sentence works hand in hand with the law of gratitude. Every time you say it, you are affirming your control over your mindset and your ability to manifest wealth. At the same time, you are expressing gratitude for the abundance that is already present in your life, which opens the channel for even more wealth to flow to you. Gratitude is the secret ingredient that turns affirmations into powerful catalysts for change. When you combine gratitude with your affirmations, you amplify their power. The more grateful you are for what you have, the more the universe will deliver what you desire. It's a simple yet profound law. What you appreciate, appreciate. Start each day with gratitude. Begin each day by listing things you are grateful for, especially those that pertain to your financial situation. Even if it's just appreciating the fact that you have the ability to earn money, start from there. This sets the tone for the day. Use the sentence as an affirmation of gratitude. Every time you say, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," take a moment to pause and express gratitude for what you already have. Feel the energy of thankfulness fill your heart. Visualize your abundance. As you speak the sentence, visualize your financial goals already achieved. Feel the gratitude for that future reality as though it is already here. This will increase your vibration and draw the wealth toward you. Make gratitude a habit. The more you practice gratitude, the more it becomes ingrained in your daily life. The habit of gratitude shifts your energy and prepares you to receive more. Gratitude is not just a practice, it is a lifestyle. When you combine it with the power of affirmations like "I am the master of my thoughts and I now declare abundance into my life," you create an unstoppable force of energy that attracts wealth. Say it with me. I am grateful for the abundance in my life, and more is on the way. Feel the gratitude flow through you, and watch how your life begins to reflect the abundance that is already yours. Type it in the comments and invite more into your life. Gratitude opens the door to prosperity, and with every act of thankfulness, you align yourself with the flow of divine abundance. Let's create a ripple of gratitude together and watch as wealth pours into our lives. Fear is one of the most insidious and paralyzing forces that blocks prosperity. It is an energy that keeps you trapped in a cycle of self-doubt, hesitation, and limitation. Fear whispers that you are not good enough, that you'll never succeed, and that your dreams are out of reach. But the truth is, fear has no place in a mind that is aligned with abundance. Florence Scovel Shinn taught that fear-based thoughts are one of the greatest obstacles to manifesting wealth. Fear is the opposite of faith, and faith is the energy that allows us to create and receive. Fear keeps us in a state of scarcity, whereas faith opens the doors to prosperity. The key to overcoming fear and stepping into your true power lies in reprogramming your mind and replacing fear with trust, confidence, and unwavering belief in your ability to receive abundance. One of the most powerful tools for overcoming fear and doubt is the sentence we've been using: I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. This sentence is not just a statement, it is an affirmation of power. When repeated with conviction and faith, this sentence can shift your mindset and replace fear-based thoughts with a mindset of faith, confidence, and expectation. The more you say this sentence, the more your mind will start to believe it. And when your mind believes it, your actions and your energy will align with your newfound beliefs, clearing the path for wealth to flow to you. Fear is a deeply ingrained emotion that has been wired into our minds for centuries. It is a survival mechanism designed to protect us from danger. But in today's world, fear often becomes a barrier to success and abundance. Fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, and fear of taking risks can keep you stuck in a state of inaction. Instead of moving forward with confidence, you stay paralyzed, waiting for the right moment that never seems to come. When it comes to money and wealth, fear manifests in many ways. It may appear as thoughts like, what if I fail? I don't deserve to be wealthy. I'm not good enough to succeed. There's not enough for me. These thoughts are rooted in fear and scarcity. They keep you focused on what you don't have, instead of what is already available to you. Fear prevents you from taking inspired action, and it creates energetic resistance to the flow of wealth. In Shinn's teachings, she consistently emphasized that when you replace fear with faith, you unlock the flow of prosperity. The sentence, I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life, is more than just an affirmation. It is a declaration of empowerment. It is a reminder that you are in control of your thoughts, not the other way around. Fear may arise, but when you declare your mastery over your thoughts, you immediately shift your energy and perception. You are no longer a victim to fear-based thinking. You are the master of your reality, and you choose to fill your mind with thoughts of abundance and success. When fear-based thoughts arise, using the sentence repeatedly helps to clear those thoughts and replace them with more empowering beliefs. Let's break this down. I am the master of my thoughts. This part of the sentence is a powerful reminder that you control your mind. Thoughts do not control you. You can choose to replace fearful thoughts with thoughts of confidence and trust. When you say this sentence, you are taking full responsibility for the thoughts you think and you are declaring that you will no longer allow fear to dominate your mind. I now declare abundance into my life. This is a declaration of faith and expectation. Instead of focusing on what you lack, you are choosing to focus on abundance. You are declaring that wealth is your birthright and that it is already on its way to you. The more you say this part of the sentence, the more your mind shifts from a state of fear to one of expectancy and trust. Every time fear arises, use the sentence as a protective shield. When you feel doubt creeping in, when you start questioning your abilities or fearing failure, immediately say, I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. By repeating this sentence, you take back control and redirect your focus. You replace fear with faith and move forward with confidence. Fear often arises from deeply ingrained, limiting beliefs. Beliefs like, I'm not worthy of wealth, or I can't achieve financial freedom. These beliefs can hold you back and keep you stuck in a cycle of fear and doubt. To counteract these beliefs, repeat the sentence, I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. This affirmation helps you reprogram your subconscious mind, replacing the old limiting beliefs with the empowering belief that wealth is not only possible but already on its way. As you repeat the sentence, take a moment to visualize your life filled with abundance. Picture yourself living in financial freedom, feeling confident and at peace with your wealth. Visualizing the outcome you desire while affirming this sentence aligns your energy with that reality. You are no longer thinking about fear or lack, you are seeing and declaring your abundance. Fear is not something that only shows up once in a while. It's something that can appear at any moment, especially when you are faced with a challenge or uncertainty. Make it a habit to use the sentence throughout the day, especially when you feel fear or doubt creeping in. Every time fear arises, stop and declare, I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. The more you use this sentence, the more you train your mind to replace fear with faith. The difference between fear and faith is the difference between scarcity and abundance. Fear is a heavy energy. It weighs you down, keeps you stuck, and creates resistance to the flow of prosperity. When you are in a state of fear, your actions are driven by avoidance, hesitation, and doubt. You hold back because you don't believe you deserve success or wealth. On the other hand, faith and expectation are light, uplifting energies. They propel you forward, aligning you with the flow of abundance. When you have faith, you trust that everything is working in your favor, even when things don't seem to be going your way. You know that success is inevitable, and you are willing to take inspired action toward your financial goals. When you use the sentence, I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life, you are aligning yourself with the energy of faith and expectation. This shifts your energy from fear-based thinking to one of empowerment and trust. Instead of holding back, you take action. Instead of doubting, you move forward with confidence, knowing that wealth is already on its way to you. One example of overcoming fear with the power of words comes from Jessica, a woman who had always wanted to start her own business, but was paralyzed by fear. Every time she thought about taking the leap, fear of failure would flood her mind. What if I lose all my money? What if I fail? These fears kept her stuck in a job she didn't love and prevented her from pursuing her dreams. Jessica knew that she needed to shift her mindset, so she began using the sentence, I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life. At first it felt uncomfortable. She wasn't used to thinking this way. But the more she said it, the more her mindset shifted. The fear started to dissipate, replaced by feelings of confidence and excitement. Jessica began taking small steps toward her business goals, and within a few months, she launched her own successful business. The key to her success was overcoming fear with this powerful affirmation. Whenever fear arises, repeat, I am fearless, and abundance is my birthright. Feel the energy shift within you. How does this shift your energy? Share your thoughts below. Fear has no place in a mind that is aligned with abundance. Remember, you are the master of your thoughts. Choose faith over fear, and watch how your life transforms. Declare your abundance every day, and watch the universe respond. The power to overcome fear and step into your abundance is already within you. Use it today. The power of words is not just a theory or concept, it is a life-changing truth that many people have used to transform their financial realities. Florence Scovel Shinn taught us that our words are powerful tools that can either trap us in a cycle of limitation or propel us into a world of limitless possibility. When used with faith, intention, and unwavering belief, words have the ability to manifest abundance and bring about lasting transformation. In this section, we will explore the incredible stories of individuals who have applied Shinn's teachings and the power of words to manifest financial freedom in their lives. These stories not only highlight the impact of positive affirmations, but also show how a simple shift in mindset can completely alter the course of one's financial journey. James was a man who had always struggled with his finances. No matter how hard he worked, it seemed like he was always drowning in debt. He had credit card bills piling up, his savings were minimal, and he constantly felt like he was one step away from financial ruin. Every month, he had to figure out how to make ends meet, and the stress was taking a toll on his health and relationships. James came across Florence Scovel Shinn's book, The Game of Life, and How to Play It, during one of his low points. As he read, he was struck by the idea that his words had the power to create his financial reality. He realized that the constant thoughts he had about money, thoughts like "I will never get out of debt," "money is always a struggle," and "I don't deserve to be wealthy," were keeping him stuck in a cycle of scarcity. Determined to make a change, James started using Shinn's sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life." At first he felt awkward and unsure. He had been thinking thoughts of lack for so long that it was hard to believe that a simple sentence could change his situation. But he didn't let doubt stop him. He repeated the sentence every day, multiple times a day, with conviction. Within just 24 hours of using the sentence, James began to notice a shift in his energy. He started feeling more positive and hopeful about his financial situation. He received a call about a freelance project he had applied for months ago, which came with a substantial paycheck. Additionally, he received unexpected financial help from a family member who offered to assist him with his debts. James was amazed at how quickly things began to change. As he continued to use the sentence and shift his mindset, he paid off his debts, started saving, and eventually built a thriving side business. The power of his words, combined with unwavering belief in the process, completely transformed his financial situation. Susan had always dreamed of starting her own business, but fear and doubt constantly held her back. She had the skills and the passion, but she was terrified of failing. Fear of failure is one of the most common mental blocks that prevents people from manifesting their desires, and Susan was no exception. She constantly told herself, "What if I fail, and I'm not good enough to succeed?" One day, Susan decided that she had had enough. She was tired of being paralyzed by fear and the thought of never reaching her full potential. She turned to Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings for guidance. After reading her books, she realized that her thoughts and words were the key to overcoming her fears. She realized that her self-doubt was blocking her progress. With renewed determination, Susan began using the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life." She started each day with this affirmation, and whenever fear or doubt crept in, she repeated it. Slowly but surely, Susan's mindset shifted. She started taking small steps toward her business dream, applying for funding, networking, and creating a plan. Within just a few weeks, Susan launched her business and began attracting clients almost immediately. She found herself receiving recognition for her unique services, and word of mouth spread. Her business began to grow steadily, and within a year, she was earning more than she ever had at her previous job. Susan's story is a testament to the power of reprogramming the mind and overcoming fear through positive affirmation. Mark was a man who had always lived in a state of scarcity. He grew up with the belief that money was hard to come by and that only a select few were destined for wealth. These beliefs became deeply ingrained in his subconscious mind, and no matter how much he tried to improve his situation, he always found himself struggling financially. Mark had heard about the power of affirmations, but he had never truly believed in them until he stumbled upon a quote by Florence Scovel Shinn. "Your word is your law." Intrigued, Mark decided to put this concept to the test. He started using the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life." At first, Mark was skeptical. He had been taught for years that money was something you had to work hard for, that it was never easy to obtain. But something within him began to shift. As he repeated the sentence, he started to feel a sense of inner peace and confidence that he had never felt before. He stopped focusing on the lack in his life and began to believe that abundance was not just possible, but already on its way to him. Within a few months, Mark noticed dramatic changes. He received an unexpected raise at work, and his investments began to pay off. He was able to pay off his debts and even started saving for the first time in his life. The more he used the sentence, the more he felt aligned with the flow of abundance. Mark's story shows how shifting your beliefs, combined with consistent affirmation, can completely transform your financial reality. Lisa's story is one of financial transformation after years of struggle. For years, Lisa lived paycheck to paycheck. She had no savings, was living with constant stress about money, and couldn't see a way out. She had tried everything: budgeting, cutting back on expenses, and working longer hours, but nothing seemed to work. Lisa came across Florence Scovel Shinn's teachings and was struck by the idea that her words and thoughts were keeping her stuck in financial struggle. She began using the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," and started repeating it several times a day. Lisa also took time to visualize her life filled with wealth and financial freedom. Within just a few weeks, Lisa's mindset began to shift. She started feeling more confident about her financial situation and began making smarter decisions with her money. She received a generous promotion at work and also began an online business that quickly gained traction. Lisa's financial situation changed so drastically that within a year, she was able to pay off all her debts and build significant savings. By using the power of words and affirmations, Lisa manifested financial freedom and peace of mind. The stories of James, Susan, Mark, and Lisa illustrate the undeniable power of words. These individuals use the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," to rewire their minds and transform their financial situations. Before using this affirmation, they were all stuck in cycles of lack, fear, and struggle. But after committing to the power of their words, they experienced profound shifts in their mindset and ultimately their financial realities. The key to their success was their belief in the process. They didn't just say the sentence, they believed it, and that belief allowed the universe to respond. Their stories show that it's not just about repeating an affirmation, it's about aligning your energy, belief system, and actions with the truth that you are worthy of abundance. Have you experienced a shift in your life by using affirmations? Share your story in the comments and inspire others. Your transformation could be the inspiration someone else needs to make the first step toward their own financial freedom. The power of words is real. Use them wisely, speak them with faith, and watch as your life transforms in ways you never imagined. In the pursuit of wealth and prosperity, it is not enough to simply understand the divine laws or use affirmations sporadically. True, lasting abundance comes from integrating these teachings into your daily life and aligning your thoughts, emotions, and actions with the flow of the universe. The sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," is a tool, but when used consistently, it becomes a foundation upon which you build your life of prosperity. The divine laws, the law of circulation, the law of supply, the law of expectancy, the law of gratitude, and the law of divine timing, are not isolated principles. They work together as a cohesive force that, when practiced consistently, create an unshakable foundation for wealth. By applying these laws daily, you set in motion a process that aligns you with limitless abundance. This is not about temporary wins. It's about establishing a life of financial freedom that continues to grow and expand as you remain in alignment with the universe's flow. The sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," is a powerful tool for manifestation. However, its true potential is unlocked through consistent use. Many people make the mistake of thinking that a single affirmation will change their financial reality overnight. But the real magic happens when you integrate this affirmation into your daily routine and repeat it with belief and intention. Repetition is the key. Just as you brush your teeth every day to maintain your physical health, you must reprogram your mind daily to maintain your mental and financial health. Consistency in affirmations builds new neural pathways that replace old, limiting beliefs with empowering thoughts that align with prosperity. The sentence is not just a one-time declaration, it's a tool for daily alignment. The more you repeat it, the more your subconscious mind accepts it as truth, and your outer reality begins to reflect this new belief. You start to feel confident in your ability to manifest wealth, and this confidence inspires you to take actions that align with abundance. The law of circulation teaches us that money is energy, and just like any energy, it needs to flow freely. The universe does not favor hoarding or greed, it favors the natural flow of energy. If you keep money or resources locked away, it will become stagnant and blocked. The same is true for your financial flow. The more freely you circulate wealth, the more will return to you, multiply. The sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," aligns perfectly with the law of circulation. When you declare abundance, you are not just affirming that wealth is flowing to you, you are also opening yourself up to circulate wealth in ways that bring more opportunities and more flow. This could mean investing in yourself, in others, or in opportunities that create value. Whether it's buying something you need, sharing with others, or investing in your business, circulating money keeps the flow going. Each time you use the sentence, remind yourself that money is meant to circulate. It must flow freely to come back to you. This mindset shift encourages you to give and receive with openness, creating a positive feedback loop of abundance. The law of supply teaches us that there is an infinite supply of wealth available to us. The universe is abundant and never runs out of resources. Lack is an illusion created by our limited thinking. If you find yourself thinking that money is scarce, that there is not enough for everyone, or that there's a limit to how much you can have, you are unknowingly aligning yourself with scarcity rather than abundance. When you declare, "I now declare abundance into my life," you are aligning your mind with the fact that the supply of wealth is unlimited. By consistently affirming abundance, you shift your mindset from one of limitation to one of openness and possibility. You begin to believe that there is always enough money, enough opportunities, enough resources. As you use this sentence daily, you begin to take action based on the belief that wealth is not a limited resource, but an endless flow. When you act from this belief, you attract opportunities, investments, and financial growth because you have opened yourself to receive the infinite supply the universe is always providing. The law of expectancy tells us that the more we expect, the more we receive. Expectancy is the magnet that draws abundance to you. When you declare, "I now declare abundance into my life," you are activating expectancy. You are not merely hoping that wealth will come to you, you are expecting it with certainty. The key to lasting abundance is developing a mindset of unshakable expectation. You must train yourself to expect wealth, opportunities, and success in all areas of your life. This doesn't mean you sit back and wait passively. It means you act with faith. The moment you expect something, you begin to notice opportunities that were always there, but you may have previously missed. This expectancy will lead you to take inspired actions that bring your desires to fruition. Incorporating the sentence into your daily routine shifts you from a passive observer to an active participant in the creation of your wealth. When you expect abundance, you see it everywhere. The more you use this sentence with faith, the more you align with the frequency of wealth and attract it into your life. The law of gratitude is another essential principle in the manifestation of lasting abundance. Gratitude is the key that opens the door to more. When you are grateful for what you have, the universe responds by giving you more to be grateful for. Using the sentence, "I now declare abundance into my life," while feeling gratitude amplifies its power. As you declare your abundance, take a moment to feel grateful for everything you already have: your home, your health, your opportunities, your relationships, and your financial flow, no matter how small. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you, it's about feeling abundant and aligning with the energetic frequency of overflow. The more grateful you are, the more the universe gives you to be grateful for. Incorporating gratitude into your daily routine alongside the sentence will elevate your vibration. It will help you see the wealth you already have, and this shift in perspective will attract even greater wealth. Finally, the law of divine timing reminds us that everything is happening in perfect order. Wealth manifests not according to our human timing, but the universe's divine timing. The more we trust in this timing, the easier it becomes to manifest our desires. When you declare, "I now declare abundance into my life," you are also aligning with divine timing. You trust that the universe is bringing you the opportunities and wealth you desire at the perfect moment. This trust allows you to release impatience and resistance, which are the two greatest enemies of prosperity. The more you trust the timing of your abundance, the more naturally wealth will flow to you. Incorporating divine timing into your daily routine means letting go of the need to control every aspect of your financial life. When you trust the process and believe that everything is happening for your highest good, wealth flows effortlessly. To manifest lasting abundance, it is essential to make these teachings a consistent part of your daily routine. Use the sentence, "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life," every day. Allow it to become your foundation, and let it guide you through each decision, action, and thought. By practicing the laws of circulation, supply, expectancy, gratitude, and divine timing daily, you will create an unshakable foundation for lasting prosperity. Consistency is key, and the more you align yourself with these laws, the more you will experience the abundance that is already available to you. Are you ready to make this a permanent part of your life? Comment below, "I am committed to manifesting my divine wealth." Let's make this commitment together and support each other on this journey toward lasting financial freedom and abundance. By integrating these laws into your daily routine, you'll create a life of endless possibilities and abundance, where wealth flows naturally and effortlessly. Start today, and watch as your reality transforms before your eyes. As we come to the end of this transformative journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the incredible power of the one sentence that has the potential to change everything. "I am the master of my thoughts, and I now declare abundance into my life." This simple yet profound affirmation holds the key to unlocking your true potential and aligning your mind with the boundless abundance that the universe is always ready to provide. Throughout this journey, we have explored the divine laws that govern wealth manifestation. The law of circulation reminds us that wealth is energy, and when we circulate it, we open the door for it to return to us, multiply. The law of supply assures us that there is always an unlimited abundance available to us, and when we open ourselves to receive, we align with the universe's infinite supply. The law of expectancy teaches us that what we expect, we receive. When we expect wealth, the universe responds by bringing it to us. The law of gratitude shows us that when we are grateful for what we have, we invite more to flow into our lives. Finally, the law of divine timing reminds us that everything happens at the perfect time, in the perfect way, according to the divine order of the universe. When you combine the power of affirmations with these divine laws, you create a solid foundation for lasting abundance. The sentence we focused on is a daily tool, a reminder that you are the master of your thoughts, and that you have the power to declare prosperity into your life. The more you use this sentence with faith, the more you align with the flow of the universe, and the more wealth will naturally flow into your life. But it's not just about repeating the sentence. It's about believing it and living it. Every time you say these words, you are affirming that abundance is already yours, and you are setting in motion the divine laws that will bring it into your physical reality. The universe is always supporting you. It is constantly responding to your energy, your thoughts, and your words. The moment you align with these laws, you open the floodgates of prosperity. I offer this final blessing for you, wherever you are on your journey toward abundance. May you recognize your worthiness of all the financial success you desire. Know that you are deserving of wealth, success, and all the good things that life has to offer. May you trust that the universe is always supporting you, and that every step you take brings you closer to the financial freedom you seek. May you be filled with the confidence to declare your abundance, the faith to trust divine timing, and the wisdom to circulate wealth freely. May gratitude fill your heart every day, for with each thankful thought, you unlock the door to greater blessings. May your thoughts be aligned with prosperity, and may you continue to walk in the flow of divine abundance. The universe is always working on your behalf. Trust that it is unfolding your desires in perfect timing. I invite you to share your journey and your progress with us. Leave a comment below with your favorite law from today's video and how it's transforming your wealth journey. Let us support and uplift each other as we continue on the path to financial freedom. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more transformational teachings that will help you manifest the life you deserve. The power is within you. As you continue to practice these divine laws, may your life be filled with prosperity, peace, and limitless abundance. You are worthy of wealth. The universe is always supporting you. Keep declaring your abundance, trust in divine timing, and watch as your life transforms before your eyes. Thank you for being part of this journey. May your path be illuminated with prosperity and peace.